Stuart, the Mega 32 Barbarians just arrived from the USA and now you're here racing in the Mega 32 Audi Sailing Series. What's your feeling?
This has to be the most beautiful place to sail in the world. I was saying to the crew earlier, where else can you actually be sailing on a lake in April in sunny temperatures and you look up and you can see snow-capped mountains. It's fantastic. We're very pleased to be here. We had a little bit of preparation in Key West at the end of January, and Melges Europe very kindly and very efficiently shipped the boat over in a container, and it's looking just like it came straight out of the box. It looks even better than it did in Key West, so I'm very, very pleased about that.
Thank you, Stuart. And you are one of the owners that raced both in the USA and in Europe. What's your impression of the two fleets, differences? What's your comment?
Very interesting. We were not quite sure how the Italian fleet would have developed over the winter period. We spent our time racing in Fort Lauderdale and Key West, and others did Miami after that. So we only came across two Italian boats in Key West, and both performed very, very well. We knew the fleet was getting stronger in Italy. It was certainly very strong last year. And it was with some concern that we arrived here to race, and we're certainly expecting a lot of strong competition, a lot of names that we didn't know, and a lot of new owners. And I think it's very impressive number of boats that are entered this early in a season, and there are no exceptions. This fleet is extremely strong, so I think it's going to make for fantastic Audi series.
Stuart, you are well known all over the world also for your great success with the Melges 24. So you as owner, after, what do you prefer? Your your impression of the two boats? You sailed both of them a lot of time, so.
I have, yeah. No, I've been in the Melges 24 fleet since 1995, and I drove the boat myself until the year 2000 when we went professional, and Jamie Lee, my main sheet trimmer on the 32, is the helmsman on the 24, and Nigel Young is a tactician on both boats. So there is a crossover between the two teams, a very strong crossover. The boats are very similar in many ways, but very different in others. To drive the 24 is easier to keep in the groove. There are fewer options when you're going upwind. 32 is obviously much more like a big boat, but they're both very, very exciting boats downwind. Personally, I get the chance